Hello, the annual report of Red Rock has just been issued, so here's a quick update summarising one of the salient points. First, profit and loss. We made losses that were quite substantial, as you can see. What may not be obvious at first glance is the cause of that. £12.5 million was from Jupiter write-down and £2.5 million from sale of Jupiter. 14.6 million or so, therefore, of impairments on the Jupiter, and that compares with 14.2 million of profit that was booked 2 years ago when we moved from associate to investment accounting, which is an IFRS convention. So what we gained then, we give back now. But since we had those losses already, and since it seemed a conservative thing to do in the market we've been seeing, we actually wrote off, or impaired, as you now call it, a couple of £1 million net, £4 million gross, but half of that is other people, what used to be called minorities, and is now called non-controlling interests in 4 Points Mining in Colombia. That's at a group or consolidated level, and £900,000 in Ascot, which is now totally written off. We hope, however, that Ascot we can make something of, and that will come back on the balance sheet. So that's the profit and loss situation. On the debt position, we went down from £3.5 million to £2.5 million short-term debt during the year. Since year-end, we've reduced that to less than £800,000. And on the net current liabilities, which at parent level, which is the only level that's really important, we did have a net current liability of just over £2.3 million at year-end. We have obviously lowered debt by £1.8 million since then. We've also added 300,000 plus of Jupiter to the balance sheet, and we've raised a £500,000 convertible loan. Additionally, we are at the moment negotiating, finalising a £500,000 two-year loan and some other facilities, so that we're really strengthening the balance sheet. And the object of this, of course, is that we start off 2014 in a very strong position in order to take advantage of any opportunities that arise. And we think that no more damage therefore can be done by having to repay debt. No more damage can be done by seeing Jupiter go down further. And that takes us back to Jupiter. And Jupiter's come out with its annual results as well. And in the first 6 months of the Chippy manganese mine in South Africa, one of the world's great mines put into production in the last year, profits were made even in the first 6 months. And 500,000 out of 600,000 tonnes of expected sales for this year were made in the first half of the year. So we're anticipating that that will double in the second half, and that 1.7 million tonnes will be sold next year and over 2 million the year after. So very positive outlook indeed for Jupiter, and having had a series of losses and damage to our balance sheet the last 2 years from that, we expect to see a lot of that recovered through possibly a sale in the next year or two, but certainly through recognition of operations, the quality of it. That's a quick snapshot of the report and accounts. On operations, of course, we issue regular updates. So stay tuned and thank you.